I'm going to tell you about how I bought a property worth less than $1 million and I bought this $400,000 under market value. My name's Adam Panisi. I've got a couple of $100 million of projects in the pipeline, and I'm going to teach you about how to buy property under market value using negotiation tactics, the same as what I've used to buy many different properties well under market value and generate a huge amount of equity from day one. I'm going to tell you about a specific example. It's a property located about 10 kilometers west of Brisbane CBD. I bought it about 5 years ago. At the time, the property 2 doors down sold 5 years prior to that again for $1.2 million. And so there was this property on the market, the exact same size. It had a motivated agent on the property and also had motivated vendors, so motivated sellers. Now, as a deceased estate, there were 2 brothers. One was living in the property. The other one was living around the corner, and they both just wanted to get the cash and move on. Now, this property was up for a tender, which means that there was a closing date on the tender. I had submitted an offer prior to tender. Sometimes this can work. I've actually done this a couple of times with tenders when I've been looking on the market. Traditionally today, I do 99% of my deals off market, but on the odd occasion, I might look at something on market. And especially in a slower market, and we may be in some markets transitioning into slower markets, and there's going to be bargains that you can pick up from motivated vendors and also motivated agents. So this property, I knew that it was worth at least 1.2 million because that was what the one 2 doors down had sold for. So I put in an offer at 900,000 after sussing out the agent and finding out, well, what would they accept? Well, lo and behold, they actually accepted my offer of 900,000. And I had a due diligence period, which means that I carried out investigations on the property over a period of a few weeks. So over that time, I found some things that I'd already really known about at the start, but I really exacerbated those and was talking to the agent and said, hey, I need to upgrade this and I need to do this thing. Now, this property was a development site. So I was talking about all these extra works that I needed to do in order for me to complete the development. Now, on the day that it went unconditional, I went back to the agent and I said, because of all these different things, I wanted a further discount, or I want a discount, and then I'm ready to go unconditional. So the discount I asked for, originally I was thinking of asking for 20 or 30,000. Then I thought I'd push it a bit more, and I actually asked for a $70,000 discount on this property. So I had it under contract for 900,000. I asked for a $70,000 discount, and to my disbelief, or to my astonishment, the owners actually accepted that lower offer, and I bought this property for $830,000 when the one 2 doors down had sold 5 years earlier for $1.2 million. Now, this site was also a development site, so it had development profits in it as well. So you can see from day one, you can manufacture a huge amount of equity. Now, this property was sub $1 million. Now, today I'm buying properties in the multi-million dollar ranges. And I know for most people watching, that's not what you're after, not what you're looking for. So even if you're just starting, I mean, if you're looking at most housing prices to get something sub 1 million, you're at the more affordable range anyway. So if you are looking, at sub 1 millions, there is still hope that you can get property well under market value. Now, I'm not saying you have to buy it 400,000 under market value per se, but even if you got something 1 or 200,000 under the market, that's a huge amount of money just from buying a property, and then let alone if you develop that property and then make the development profits on top of that as well. So you can see just from buying one property well, you can make enough money to just replace your income if that's what you're looking at doing, or if you're wanting to generate additional income in addition to your current job or your business or whatever it is you're doing, that's easily achievable. Now, there's plenty of properties where I tried this tactic on and it didn't work. So, it's not that every property you're going to buy 400,000 under market value. If it was that easy, everybody would be buying it. So yes, there's a little bit of work involved. I recommend at least putting in a few hours work a week. But I mean, when you think about it, for most people, if you're going to work for 40 hours a week and getting paid $100,000 and you've got an hourly rate, if you work that out on an hourly rate and say you only buy one property in a year and you make $200,000 on buying that one property just in equity. Now that's more than what most people make in a job. I remember when I was employed, I was getting paid a substantial amount of money, but I was working like 60, 70, 80 plus hours per week to make a six-figure income versus buying one or two properties, making like quadruple that than what I was from doing my job, from going to work every day for somebody else. So hopefully when you're buying your next property, be astute, know the market values, know where you're going to get a bargain. Look, if you're on the market, look for motivated sellers, motivated agents as well. And that way you're going to be in more of a chance of getting something that's under market value. You're getting your equity from day one. And then if you're going to add value on top of that, it's like a double bonus. And then that's, where you make all your profits, all your money, you buy well, add value, and then on sell, or you keep it and hold it as passive income.